Chromeskull, and we are in the basement on 92.5 CFPX Kamloops. Tonight on the chopping block to movies, Chromeskull, Laid to Rest 2, and Troll Hunter. Also joining us this evening in the basement, the creator of The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, my guest. He's going to be reviewing a movie as well. Want to know what it is? Stick with us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the basement. We are back for our third season of ass-kicking awesomeness.
That's right.
Right off the bat.
And of course, we always refer to it, of course, online as season 2, but there was the podcast season that came before the season
counts.
on the Ask. It does count. So if you think you've heard us all, you haven't. And if you want to hear what we're all about, send us an email at basementreviews@gmail.com, and we'll find somewhere the podcast season for you.
That's right.
We will.
We have it somewhere.
But we are back!
Yes, man. This is awesome. We took quite a break there.
5 months?
Well, you know,
Ish.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And that was 28 hours of fine radio last year. We're back with 22 this year.
And unbelievable lineup of just shows, movies, and guests.
Really, really, really kick-ass guests this year. So many to mention. I can't even begin to mention them right now because there's so many of them.
There are, and they're
awesome.
John Fallon for our first interview for our first season on the air was awesome.
Yeah, shout out to John there at Arrow in the Head. Just fantastic.
I mean, I don't think we could have pulled off, well, I'm sure we could have pulled these off, but I mean, without him taking the first initial plunge and being awesome with us, which we still owe you beers, by the way, John.
We do.
We wouldn't have been able to land these people, I don't think.
Well, we've got...
at least we wouldn't have had the guts to.
No, we wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
And yet, now we've got what? Like, Scream Queen Brooke Lewis is going to be on for Halloween.
Yes.
Ryan Chauvy for next week.
Yep.
More on him later. And we've got a special one that we're not going to tell you about just yet because we haven't locked down the exact date of the interview. But, kill, J, is all I'll say.
Yes. I mean, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
So, off the top, we might as well reintroduce The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly for people, just
Absolutely.
so they know what we're talking about here. Because that is our rating system created by Mike S. Props to Mike S. who's tweeting along with us right now.
For sure.
And it's The Good is, well, it's good.
Well, you know what it is? We actually grew some. There's no 7.5 out of 10
right.
BS, man. Like, what kind of rating is that for a movie that's like, I don't know what to say. If I say something, then maybe someone else will say something better, and I'll have to...
So
no.
7.5?
You know, it's good, and you want to own it and watch it over and over within your lifetime. Or it's bad, and whatever, I saw it once, cool.
It was fine, okay.
Or it's ugly, and you burned it and pissed on it to put it out. Like,
That's right.
I mean, there's just no... It's ugly.
And went on a nut-punching spree for days, right? Because you're just so angry, you got to share the pain.
That you had to watch something like The Lady with the Terrible Titties.
Yes.
But
you're not going to let that go, are you?
Never.
Ever.
Never.
We also got some pretty exciting news. We're now part of a network.
We are.
The Second Unit Podcasting Network, comprised of 3 other seriously kick-ass podcasts. The Cult Couch, which you can also find on Podomatic.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk on VHS, which, hey, who hasn't been at one point? And the After Movie Diner. Props to our bros out there at the Second Unit Podcasting Network. We've got some stuff planned as a whole group.
Yep.
From time to time, which we'll let you know more about as we get there.
Mm-hmm.
But we promise you, the second unit of a film crew does all the cool stuff. They shoot all the action scenes and the cover-ups. So while everyone else is being serious and having to deal with the details and all the boring shit, we're out there having a really good time, which is what we do always.
That's what it's about.
Having a good time.
You cannot take life too seriously, folks.
No, because, trust me, it's not taking you seriously, so F it. Shall we roll into our first song?
I think that's a good plan.
All right, our first song. I looked far and wide for this song. It's from a little movie called Dead and Breakfast. If you haven't seen it, you need to get your act together and get out there and watch it.
Absolutely.
It's one of the best horror comedies of all time. The band, you probably haven't heard of them, but that's what the X is all about, is bringing you stuff you've never heard of before.
Mm-hmm.
Zachariah and the Lobos Riders. The song is called We're Coming to Kill Ya. only on 92.5 CFBX Kamloops.
We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya.
I want a taste of hemophilia, a drop of thalassemia. I'll drink your blood if you got sickle cell anemia. I'm sick as hell at fiending ya, I'm haunting every dream of ya, seemingly misleading ya just to hear you scream because blood is as sweet as moonshine whiskey. Shown outside, you can drink some with me. Yeah, we've all guts to spare. You know that it, cause we're so alive when we kill, kill, kill. We're coming to kill, we're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. I like platelets on my plate. Don't mistake this, just concentrate as I fillet your brains like Salisbury steak. I'll burp you up later, forgetting what I ate because blood is as sweet as moonshine whiskey. Shown outside, you can drink some with me. Yeah, we've all guts to spare. You know that it, cause we're so alive when we kill, kill, kill. We're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. Well, I'll invade your body. Don't try to stop me. We're not oingo boingo, but it's a dead man's party. So send your little hotties out on the front porch. We'll have them for dinner and make love to their corpses. I'm your carcinogen. The dark wins again. Rip your heart in 10 parts and grin again. I'll tear it again. Choke your neck fast with my dead hands. And for breakfast, I'll eat your sweat glands. And for dessert, I'll wear your skin as a shirt. Eat your muscles like chicken and throw your bones in the dirt. It'll hurt as we eat ya. Let the creatures defeat ya and army your friend Johnny and a preacher. We're coming to kill ya. Let us in, cause we're coming. We can't die trying, you can't try running. You're finished, quit grinning. We're gonna win this. We'll mix your blood with gin and chase it with a Guinness because blood is as sweet as moonshine whiskey. Shown outside, you can drink some with me. Yeah, we've all guts to spare. You know that it, cause we're so alive when we kill, kill, kill. We're coming to kill, we're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. I like hemoglobin in my mouth, your frontal lobe until I spit it out, yo. We be gloating, humans taste like drought, and some after dinner smokes are what I'm all about. So take your eyes out with tedious care. My mischievous stare and devious glare will take your greasiest pair of knees, tits, and hair, and you know I'll eat them raw. Fuck medium rare. Ha ha. Blood is as sweet as moonshine whiskey. Shown outside, you can drink some with me. Yeah, we've all guts to spare. You know the day, cause we so alive when we kill, kill, kill. I said, blood is as sweet as moonshine whiskey. Shown outside, you can drink some with me. Yeah, we've all guts to spare. You know the day, cause we so alive when we kill, kill, kill. We're coming to kill, we're coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya, coming to kill ya. We're coming to kill ya, we're coming to kill ya.
Man, I'm having a key sticking on this thing.
We're coming to kill ya.
Coming to
At
kill
10
ya.
minutes after 10, we're coming to kill ya.
On 92.5 CFBX Kamloops.
That song totally needs to be metalized too.
I challenge you to do it.
Uh-oh.
You and your new band.
There we go. Oh, a challenge to the band guys too.
That's right.
Yeah, I joined a band.
You
over
did?
the summer, and these guys, they're awesome.
What are you called again?
They're called. Well, I guess we're called the Stars of Fiction.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's not nearly as heavy though as my older stuff, but it's a lot more melodic. I still get to scream and yell,
That's all that matters.
but I also get to plant melodies in your head that you're going to be singing for the rest of the day.
Like this song that we just heard. Well, you know, the different kind of song, obviously.
Hopefully. Minus the country bits.
Oh, yes, it's good to be back.
Yes, it is. Indeed, it is.
Well, Sean, should we kick it off with our first review of the evening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I think we should. And it's a sequel
And a good one.
at that.
Possibly.
Yes,
Maybe not.
it's called Chromeskull,
Yeah.
Laid to Rest.
How could that not be something you'd look forward to seeing?
I had been actually for a long time because we actually talked about this movie like last year almost at this time, I think, didn't we? When we heard it was first coming out on one of our news segments, and I've been excited ever since, and here we are.
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast, brother. Try to remember a year ago.
Yeah, no comment.
Chromeskull is the slasher sequel to a 2009 horror hit Laid to Rest. It's directed by Robert Hall and written by Hall and Kevin Bacard.
Sure, Bacardi.
Bacardi?
Maybe.
Yeah. No, we had beer.
Yes, we did.
Yesterday.
In the parking lot.
This horror film stars Brian Austin Green, Thomas Dekker, Mimi Michaels, Daniel Harris, and without further delay, here is a clip.
Should I give you to him? Should I take you myself? I could use the practice.
He kills girls and videotapes it. This is his thing.
You told me this guy was dead. Dead guys don't just get up, and they sure as hell don't keep killing people.
Look, I know what this guy does, all right? The girl doesn't have very long.
He's a monster.
They're coming to get me. I love you so much. No! Don't you hang up! My daughter's alive! Stop it! What do we do now?
Try not to die.
You know what? It just doesn't have the same effect on the radio as it does watching it.
No, it doesn't. Although those footsteps at the end were still creepy.
Yep,
Very creepy.
they were.
What needs to be said about this sequel other than it brings back Chromeskull, who barely escaped death in the first film? Actually, I'm pretty sure that he did die at the end of Laid to Rest. And has the killer hell-bent on continuing his reign of terror and destruction, which is what every good movie slasher killer does. And I gotta go out on a limb here right off the bat
Okay.
and say best slasher sequel ever.
Okay.
I gotta say that because for the first time, these movies have a formula. They always do, right? The guy gets killed at the end of one, and then through some dumbass way, comes back to life and continues his reign.
Yep.
This movie has a serial killer who's obviously loaded, has his own pit crew, that as soon as you think he's dead, they all rush in, pick him up, clean him off, put him back together again, and help him get back on the way. And he's got, like, staff that work for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was just awesome.
Yep.
And then it throws a whole bunch of angles into this plot that makes it, for the kind of movie it is, kind of complex.
Mm-hmm.
There's more going on here than just meets the eye.
Yep.
It creates almost like a second wannabe Chromeskull, and it has a kind of a battle between the two of them. And then it just lets the killer go off and do all of his awesome shit that he did in the first movie again.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put it into words, Sean, but I was just blown away by this thing. It was an original movie for the kind of movie that it was.
And you can't put it into words. Those are some pretty good words, man. Like, I don't know how I could follow that up, but I did put it into words.
Then please share your words.
I wrote it all down. Hey, isn't that the guy from Beverly Hills 90210? It sure was. And you know what, man? Like, he was the guy that kind of just was the follower and the hardly anything in that show. But
he went nowhere.
Nowhere.
Like nowhere after 90210 went off the air.
yeah, but boom, here he is. Awesome. Good job. And what I liked about this movie right off the bat is that it picked up where we left off.
Right where we left off.
No re-intro story, no useless movie foreplay, just continue. And with a shower scene, straight to the TNA.
Finally!
Oh, horror movie, you know me so well. My favorite line in this movie was, "Where's the father?" He's dead. Cancer took him. Well, I guess that rules him out. Really? Of course it does.
Well, he's no longer a suspect. Because the cancer took him.
The first Laid to Rest had some of the most original kills I've ever seen.
Fantastic kills.
And they followed it up here again with some very stellar original kills.
And you know what? I was getting worried, Sean, if I may interject. Because the original Laid to Rest, I think they killed a dozen or so people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spread out the whole thing.
Well, and that's...
And we got 50 minutes into this and only 3 people had died.
That's
I mean,
right.
they were good kills, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But boy, did that last 30 minutes deliver.
You know, and it didn't, but like it wasn't like the Saw movies where it had awesome kills, but it was so much that it was almost too much.
Yeah.
This movie, the timing was right.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
right when you're just jonesing for the next kill to come.
Oh,
There it was, and wow, was it? It wasn't just your regular fix either. It was something spectacular. So I really dug the first one, and I definitely dug this one. I giving it a good without, yeah, it's definitely a good.
Without a moment's hesitation here, and it's one like. I just couldn't get over some of the first Laid to Rest had the knife in the side of the head and cuts off the face here. Well, this one has this knife on a spinny wheel thing. You know what I mean?
I sure do.
And it's got springs in it. And there's the one bit where he's chasing the cop up the stairs, and I can't remember. He gets it into her, like he throws it and misses her, and then she's climbing up, and then he pushes her face into it, so the knife's going into her mouth, and the thing's pulling apart, and it like splits her head.
Oh yeah,
open.
Yeah. And I mean, if that description didn't just set you to want to go out and rent this movie or watch a bunch of bloodletting and stuff, then I don't know what will.
We're not the show for you then, because holy cow! And I gotta say, like, it was neat. Like they left a lot of they kind of explain a lot, but they leave a lot more questions going. Like, I want to know more about Chromeskull now. Like, you get a little bit of idea, but where did all these people come from?
You know what?
Why are they supporting them?
I don't think I've ever said this about a movie ever, but the best part about this movie is that there can be a third.
Oh, and they set it up perfect.
Oh,
the fact they had like Danielle Harris in it is just his main bitch, for the lack of a better words. It helps him out. You don't really know why, but it doesn't matter. Like, she's a loyal employee. I really liked how, and it doesn't ruin it, how they made Austin Green kind of this wannabe Chromeskull, and they even have it out in a way, which is cool. And they do the sequences like when the cops are coming in, and they kind of show the two different Chromeskulls stalking two different cops. They intercut between the way that they're killing them off.
Yep.
It was brilliant. Like, Robert Hall started off as a special effects guy, so that's why the special effects rock. And a lot of it is like practical with a little bit of computer-generated enhancement, which CGI should be used that way.
Yes.
Not in place of.
That's right.
But he also is a good storyteller with this movie. Like, the first Laid to Rest had its flaws, but this one, there was not one moment in this movie that I wasn't enjoying myself for the kind of movie that it was. And they leave it open, and what a great villain! Like, he's got to be quickly becoming one of my favorite slasher killer guys.
When I first heard of the villain and the Chromeskull, I was like, oh, so cliche and blah 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 blah.
It was like Leatherface.
Well, you know what? Good on this movie for kicking ass.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of goods here from the basement for Chromeskull. Laid to Rest 2. We seriously recommend that all you horror fans get out there and watch it, buy it, support this guy's career, and let's see a third one.
For sure. For sure.
Yar. Well, I believe it's time for some more tunage.
It sure is. What I like to do, for those of you who are newly joining us, is there's a little unknown site. Well, actually, it's pretty known, but newgrounds.com is a place for aspiring artists and flash animators and all kinds of different art stuff and that kind of stuff. I'm an audio musician there. I submit my music there. And the talent that people are missing out of, because I don't know, they're just buying commercially, which is ridiculous when these people are hardworking kids trying to give away their music for free, and I'm just here to expose them in a positive light. Jason,
Kids Expose Basement Reviews at gmail.com.
Anyway, this one, I think he's an adult. But anyway, it's a little out of the genre that we're used to playing. It's dubstep kind of stuff. Really cool, really interesting, really cool bass line. A really good follow-up to the Dead and Breakfast tune. The guy's name is Crow, Krowe. The song is called Differences. You can check him out, YouTube user, Crow Official, one word, same spelling, soundcloud.com/Crow. And the song, again, Differences.
Do you need help planning your future here at TRU? Do you know what to do but need some help picking the right courses to get you there? Academic Advising Center is the place for you. The Academic Advising Center can help existing and prospective students with planning courses at various levels in their educational path. The friendly advisors are committed to assisting students in developing and achieving meaningful goals that are compatible with their long-term educational and career intentions. The Academic Advising Center is there to assist you one-on-one or with many advising sessions focusing on the Bachelor of Arts, Business Administration, Elementary Education, or Social Work. For more information on the Academic Advising Center, stop by in person to room OM1100 in the Student Center or call 828-5705. They're open Monday to Thursday, 9 to 4, and Friday, 9:30 to 4.
School's boring. Man, talking make me sleepy at 25 past the hour on this Friday night.
Speaking of sleeping, though, before we get started again, I just want to thank Steve or whoever decided to put the program on before us, a little bit of German metal to keep the people awake and you know, the Canadian voices, albeit educational and pedagogical and all that kind of stuff. It just really didn't keep our listeners awake, man, like, because some of them were waking up near the end of our show because they fell asleep listening to the last part of the first one.
But this was like pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
let's rock it. And that's why we're pumped.
There you go. You actually scared me there. I just jumped a little.
We are Jason and Sean, and we are Film Reviews from the Basement on 92.5. The X, Shaw Cable 106.1, Campus Community Radio at Thompson Rivers University, Kamloops. You want to be on volunteer? You want to have your own radio show? Drop us a line at radio@tru.ca.
Or call 250-377-39 Old Eyes 88.
Right. By request, because we do requests here in the Basement, being a local show here in Kamloops, British Columbia, we were asked to talk about what's playing at the theaters in the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
Hence, we have a new segment, Now Playing. Mm-hmm. Can't think of tune to play with that.
Oh, I'll make you one.
Okay, cool. So tonight, or actually it's too late tonight because the late show's already started. Sorry. But if you're looking for the rest of the week, showing at the Odeon at Aberdeen Mall, we've got Real Steel starring Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman, and Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Yeah. Plays Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 1:05, 4 o'clock, 7:05, and 9:55, and Tuesday through Thursday at 7:05 and 9:55. The Ideas of March. I think it's Ideas of March. It's got George Clooney and someone else in it, the guy from Drive. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday showing at 1:40, 4:05, 7:10, 9:35, and Tuesday through Thursday at 7:10 and 9:35. It's about politics. I don't want to see it. What's your number? Not that we're asking. That's the name of the movie. Shows Saturday through Monday.
Because we already have your number.
We do. Creeped out yet? At 1:50, 4:25, 7:15, and 9:45. On Tuesday through Thursday at 7:15 and 9:45. Dream House, an allegedly scary movie that apparently blows. Shows Sunday and Monday at 4:30 and 10, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10. It's only been here a week, and it's only showing once a night. It's got to really suck.
Wow, you're not helping the theater out there at
No,
all,
I'm not. The movie 50/50, the feel-good cancer movie of the year, shows Saturday through Monday at 1:45, 4:10, 7:25, and 9:50, and Tuesday through Thursday at 7:25 and 9:50. Hollywood, get your act together. Dolphin Tale. It's about dolphins. It's a story, and it's going to cost
Based on a true story.
Based on a true story, and it's going to cost you $3 extra to watch it. Shows Saturday through Monday at 1:15, 3:55, 6:50,
Trying to give you the same experience as the people who lived it.
That's right. It's so realistic. Watch. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 6:50 and 9:30. We've got Moneyball, the sports movie with Brad Pitt. Showing Saturday through Monday at 12:55, 3:50, 6:45, and 9:40, and Tuesdays through Thursday at 6:45 and 9:40. It's an 8-plex theater, and I've already written out 8 movies. Like, how many movies are showing here? Killer Elite, the only movie of this bunch I want to see, starring Jason Statham.
Yeah, it looks not bad.
Looks not bad.
I'm not getting previews drunk, though, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It shows Saturday at 1:35 and 7:20, Sunday at 9, Sunday at 7:20, Monday at 1:35 and 7:20, and Tuesday through Thursday at 7:20. How many different showtimes do they need for one movie? The Lion King, back in theaters, also costing you $3 extra to watch it this time. Not that it wasn't good enough in 2 dimensions. Shows Saturday through Monday at 1:25, 3:45, 6:55, and 9:15, and Tuesday through Thursday at 6:55 and 9:15.
Now that you're about to be a father, I can tell you, you will watch that movie so many effing times.
Those want to shoot myself?
Yeah. I now envision it every time Mufasa speaks that he's wearing the Darth Vader mask, and I have to, yeah, because it's just terrible.
It is.
It was a good movie if you see it once, or a decent little kids flick for one time, but I got 3 kids. I've gone through it probably 100 times per each kid.
Oh, God, man.
Yeah.
At the Paramount downtown.
We still have that?
Yeah, it's still open.
Awesome.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes will be showing Saturday through Thursday at 9:30. Abduction, the movie starring the guy from the Twilight movie that all the soccer mums want to bone. Stars also showing all week at 7 and 9:15. The Help, the feel-good racism movie, is showing at 6:50 all week. Then we've got the Smurfs, their matinees Saturday through Monday at 1:15 and 3:15, and Spy Kids all the time in the Who Cares.
Isn't that one 4D?
4D, it's got smells.
Yes, but it's just...
It's like the scratch and sniff of movies.
That's so lame. Like, I don't want to go to... If I got to work at a movie, it's to lift my drink and my popcorn to my mouth, not to scratch some stupid card when the screen flashes me to.
Smell now! Oh, yeah, I really want to do that. So it shows...
I have a cold. I want my money back.
Saturday through Monday at 1 and 3. That was now playing at a theater near you, folks. We'll be bringing it back as often as we can to keep you updated on the movies that you might want to watch.
In Kamloops.
In Kamloops. And now, our Twitterer will share with you.
He's twitting along with us.
He is. He's having a blast. I've been reading your tweets there, Mike. Awesome, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
But he sat down with me recently in the basement, the original basement, because he has his own blog, The Corner of Terror, where he reviews movies, mostly horror movies.
Yep.
And he decided to share his thoughts on Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining.
Yes, so if you're kind of tagging along at the beginning because we fished you in, this is what we're listening to.
That's right. And he's also all good at, because he's a reader as well, going to compare it to the book, Stephen King's book version, The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, let's play Mike S.
And I did have to edit a little bit for time, so if I took out something important that either of you discussed, I'm very sorry, but I probably found it boring myself.
That's all right.
Anyway, here it is.
So, what is your randomly selected horror film for this month? Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. You really got to hate on for Stanley Kubrick, don't you? Not at all. Not. I liked his Clockwork Orange, and I liked Dr. Strangelove. Yes, and that is a classic. And there's probably a couple more that I can't remember that he actually directed. Barry Lyndon. Never even heard of that one. Yeah, not a lot of people. It was a Best Picture winner, believe it, and everyone's forgotten about it. On with your choice. Okay. Well, The Shining is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to have to sort of look at this as a standalone movie, and with the extra criteria that I would have to throw in for a book adaptation. Because when you adapt something, be it a book or a comic or even a TV show, there's already preconceived notions that you walk in with, which actually aren't fair to the film. Or whatever it is. However, those criteria should also be met, so that could be classified as a good adaptation. Exactly. It's a beautiful film. Mm-hmm. Beautifully shot, just like 2001 Space Odyssey. The only problem is with the camera work and everything is it's very clinical. Mm-hmm. And you don't get a sense of the director having any real enthusiasm for the story. It almost seems like Kubrick's kind of a clinical director a lot of the time. He has that reputation. Yeah, but it does, I find, especially in a film, like horror films are supposed to engage you, so you shouldn't feel held back. You should feel more engaged. And exactly. Yeah. And you're not really engaged by, like I said, it's beautiful. Okay? Very artistic, like the opening credits wasn't much for the text part because it was like rolling credits. But the actual scenery and everything was just phenomenal. They shot it really well. Yeah, it's a beautiful film. And there's some really iconic images. Wasn't it the Banff Springs Hotel or something like that? I do believe so. Yeah. Originally, it was supposed to be the Stanley, where Stephen King actually wrote The Shining and was inspired to write it. But it didn't have enough snow, so they went somewhere else. And Banff's got snow. Exactly. Well, most of Canada has snow. No. Most of the time. It does have some decent atmospheric type shots as well and everything like that.
it's a slow-paced movie.
Which hurts horror films.
Yeah.
There's slow burn, and then there's just slow.
Yeah, and this is a slow one. Not as slow as 2001.
No, it's also about an hour and a half shorter.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Due to his clinical detachment, there's no real tension to the image. Okay? That's one of the biggest flaws in what it is.
I think there's a couple parts that I can remember. The last time I watched it was about 6 years ago. The bathtub scene, that has tension to it. That's one of the few scenes that does. And I believe, well, the ending, of course, when he does that, here's John, you know what I mean? But that's kind of hard to avoid. When
that's a classic one.
Yeah.
The characters, Jack Nicholson did a great job. Unfortunately, he wasn't the right actor, especially since he had just done One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest before. So a lot of people would probably think, oh yeah, he's probably going to go nuts in this movie.
Of course he does.
And he does.
Jack was known for going nuts in almost every movie.
Exactly. He did a great job, but once again, he didn't fit the character.
And he goes off the rails like right away.
Pretty much. Even before they hit the hotel,
there's something wrong.
He's a little off in the melon. Shelley Duvall.
I hate Shelley Duvall. Hate her.
Well,
hate her.
For the type of character, the rather submissive, weak, meek, screaming,
30 pounds soaking wet
girl, she was great. Perfect fit for it. But unfortunately, I kept expecting Robin Williams dressed as Popeye to be coming out going, and say, I am what I am.
Yeah, punching Jack Nicholson through a wall after eating some spinach.
Yeah, and I was rather distracted by her rather large teeth. The kid, actually, I kind of enjoyed the acting from the kid.
Kids are hard cinematically.
Oh, yeah.
He is a good one, and the red rum.
Yeah, talking with his finger.
Yeah.
And the one character that I was really disappointed in, not by the acting, but by the use of the character, was the black cook.
Scatman Crothers.
Yeah. He played Mr. Halloran, the cook. Now in the book, and this is, I'm slipping into a little bit of the criteria.
Well, you have to do that at this point, yeah.
He plays a more essential role. Because he tells the kid, you've got The Shining, if you're a nigger, freaking call me. Right?
And you notice too how that kind of just comes up? You know what I mean?
But they did it relatively
well. It works. But it's just like that Simpsons episode.
Exactly.
You got the shitting. You know?
Yeah.
Don't you mean The Shining? Do you want us to get sued, lad?
Like I said, in the book, he plays a more important role. Like he actually helps to save them. Right?
So getting an axe in the back? Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
In the movie, he's reduced to a plot device.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I was really disappointed in that. I hate it when a character is introduced and it's knocked off. Right?
Well, in this case, like an hour and 45 minutes later, but
still,
that's the only reason he's there.
He gets knocked off. Yeah. Right? He flies there just to get axe to back. He was good.
Oh, he's a great actor.
But the character was disappointing. Yeah. Now I'm going to slip a bit more into the book criteria.
Yes.
The axe was a great idea. However, I would have preferred the original method from the book, which is a mallet.
Croquet mallet.
Yes. Yeah. Because in the book, he's stalking the son. And Jack Torrance is stalking Danny, the kid, through the halls, and he's swinging the croquet mallet from side to side. So all you hear is this doom, doom, doom sound as he's yelling at the kid to come to Daddy. And then he finally corners the kid in the book, and the croquet mallet's all splintered and everything. And the good side of Jack comes out, and he's trying to fight the evil presence inside him because he's possessed by the hotel by this time. Right? And he takes the mallet and bashes it in his own face.
Ow!
Essentially killing the good side.
Nice. That's a good touch.
And that's when you know, okay, he's gone. Right? Yeah. Where in the book,
it's an
axe. And I really didn't find that all that threatening. Unless, of course, I was actually in the room with axe through the door. Maybe. But
you'd probably feel threatened at that point.
Yeah. But cinematically, the mallet would have been a great touch. Right? Just the echoing sound. You see the kid running, right? And all you hear is doom, doom, Daddy. Right? That, to me, would have been a hell of a lot more tension and scarier.
That was actually not a bad Jack Nicholson impression.
Thank you.
That moment.
Another scene I would have loved to have had was, in the book, the hedge animals.
Yes. And a lot of people did not like the fact that the hedge animals were not included in the film.
The hedge maze was good, but once again, it was a plot device just to knock off Jack Nicholson's character. Right? And it's just really...
But it is a good chase through there. That it has become one of the more iconic moments in cinema history, is that one,
1980, Hollywood was no stranger to animatronics, or even a little bit of cheap CGI, or stop motion.
Yeah.
Right? Ray Harryhausen would have done a great job.
Of course.
Right? But no, big disappointment. because that was one of my favorite scenes in the book growing up.
Yeah.
Right? I think Stephen King has it in his miniseries.
In the miniseries he does, and it is a croquet mallet.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right. So it's worth actually, and that is something, listeners, if you can find it, find the Shining miniseries.
Yeah. I'm on the hunt for it myself.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad watch.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have olive oil.
Yeah.
Rebecca De Mornay.
And even then, it's like everything is still clinical from Kubrick's direction. Right? It's like there's all the supernatural stuff is kind of an afterthought. Mm-hmm. Right? And I think you're supposed to think, well, is it real? Or
yeah, that's the implication, is it real or not? Because when he's talking to the ghost bartender, I think the wife comes in at one point, and he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And he's not even drinking anything. He's just sitting at the
and then acting drunk.
Yeah.
Whereas in the book, it's all real.
Yeah.
But the most disappointing thing, and this is one of the biggest criteria for book adaptations, is the themes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There really was no theme, deeper meaning in the movie. It was just a simple case of Jack Nicholson, who's a little off in the head to begin with, is shut away with his family, his annoying wife, who in the book actually grows and becomes a strong person.
Yeah, instead of just
screaming and running all the time.
Yeah.
In the book, he's a recovering alcoholic, and he becomes obsessed with researching the hotel to write a new book.
Mm-hmm.
That obsession then takes place of his alcoholism and leads to his downfall.
Yeah, it's almost becoming the alcoholism in a different form.
Exactly. But that theme was a big part of the book, and Kubrick tossed it. I think part of the reason why the supernatural stuff was kind of an afterthought was Kubrick's clinical detachment.
Yeah.
He didn't really believe in the supernatural stuff, so he figured nobody else would really.
Or he just wasn't interested. Some directors are like that, right? They get a hold of it and they're not interested. And so, in some cases, in a film like Jaws, if you've read the book Jaws and see the movie, they're very different, but he wanted to tell the story of three guys hunting a shark and their friendship, which works a lot better than actually in the book Jaws, which becomes about a marital infidelity and all this stuff. So that helped. But in this case, it took away what the film was about.
That theme would have added that depth to it.
Yeah.
Rather than just, guys in a cabin or a big hotel finds an axe and decides to whack his family. Just because some guy in the bathroom tells him to. Right? It just wasn't a fulfilling movie.
No.
I will freely admit, just like 2001, it was a highly influential one.
Yep.
Classic? Once again, I have to say, for me, a classic is a movie where I can sit down, go through my DVD collection, and go, oh, The Shining, I want to watch that.
No. You won't be doing that with The Shining.
No.
So I take it that you're not giving this film a good.
No. I'm tempted to give it an ugly, but since it is an influential film, and there are a good movie,
technically, in a technical sense.
Yeah, but I'm putting it in the bad.
Yeah.
Because it's not one I would watch on a regular basis.
No.
I'm kind of glad that he's not alive, because he would, by now, he'd probably be like George Lucas and going back and tinkering with all of his damn films. Yes, it's a jab at Lucas.
Coming up soon, the George Lucas Death Clock.
Ka-ching!
All right, folks, that was Mike S.'s thoughts on The Shining. He'll be back next week with thoughts on another film, which he's not going to probably tell us about until closer to the time.
Exactly.
Because that's the best way to do it.
Keep you in suspense.
In the basement.
With your head in the ground, what is lost? amputees in the War Amps CHAMP program have an important message for drivers. Drive safe. Many of these children lost limbs in accidents caused by someone else's careless driving. Be a part of the War Amps Drive Safe campaign. Order your Drive Safe rear window sticker at 1-800-250-3030 or waramps.ca. Motorists and the War Amps, working together to make driving safer.
Welcome back to the basement, ladies and gentlemen. It's about quarter to the top of the hour on this Friday night. Jason and Sean, film reviews from the basement on 92.5 The X. I want to thank Mike S. there for his thoughts on The Shining.
At one point, I think I fingered you.
He did. Yeah, Sean did finger you, Mike, because it is The Shining, and it is a quasi-classic, in Sean's mind.
Yep.
Yes. Coming up in the weeks ahead, we've got...
Which is obviously not bright enough to keep up with some of his commentary.
That's right.
What does that word mean again?
Clinically something.
Yeah.
In the weeks ahead, we've got an interview with award-winning short film director Ryan Shovey and talk about his efforts to get his first film, The Slasher-fic Hunter, off the ground. And we'll be reviewing the horror prequel Bereavement, the apocalyptic film Stakeland, because Anthony Michael Boza said we should.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Smith's Red State, and the thriller A Horrible Way to Die.
And on the Friday before Halloween, where we will play our interview with Scream Queen, Brooke Lewis. And I want to thank her for, busting our show up to the heights it's coming to and helping us out along the way. And we're happy to return the favor if we can.
Amen to that.
And I apologize for not being able to sit in on that interview with you as well. But I don't
we'll
even
get
know
the chance again, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Anyway, we're going to talk about her career, her films, her accolades as a Scream Queen, and what it takes to be a leading lady in horror. And we'll talk shit about bad horror movies.
That's right. And bad horror movie trends. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We also got to say shit on the air. I said it again.
I'm pretty sure I've already dropped the F-bomb, dude. Like, it's all
I
good.
think I pretty much did too. Already. It's all falling apart.
Yep.
For the better!
Yes.
And now we come to our final review of the night.
Mm-hmm.
A review that we get to scream, Troll!
Yeah, you redlined the hell out of that one.
I could hear it.
Yeah.
Troll Hunter is a 2010 Norwegian dark fantasy film. Yeah, Norway. Made in the style of a found footage mockumentary, but don't hold it against it. It is written and directed by Andre Overdal and features a mixed cast of relatively unknown actors and well-known Norwegian comedians. I did not know that. Including Otto Jespersen. Troll Hunter received positive reviews from Norwegian critics. It opened in the U.S. on June 10th with a limited release, and we've got a clip right here.
Well, it was mostly music because the Norwegian subtitles don't really translate across the radio waves.
That's where radio fails us as a film show.
That's quite all right. The music was pretty cool.
And you got to hear Troll! Troll!
Yeah, that was in English.
Yes, the ghost word.
A group of students investigate a series of mysterious bear killings, but learn there are much more dangerous things going on. They start to follow a mysterious hunter, learning that he is actually hunting trolls.
Trolls. And I believe we start with your thoughts, Sean.
We do we?
We do.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, man. You gotta think first.
This movie is wicked. And, though the trolls are, like, computer-generated, and I thought at first, I was just like, oh, you know what? But trolls are, these look great. Because they look like the trolls from the storybooks that we've all seen, but they're a little bigger.
A lot bigger in some cases.
And a little scarier.
They were pretty scary.
I sure love how they played out with the bears and the kind of conspiracy theory kind of stuff.
The guy with the boots, the bare feet, and then the bare sticks.
You know what, man? Like,
brilliant.
This painting truck rolls up and these guys all get out, this team of guys to do
Polish
the cover
guys.
up.
Yeah, in Poland they tell us to do it, so we do it. We don't want to create problems.
They're just jumping around on barefoot prints. But I mean, it kind of played out like a documentary about any blue-collar worker who is complaining about his wages or the hours he has to work or the workload he has to take on. And he did that so nonchalantly when his job is fairly unique.
Killing trolls.
Like, it just, it doesn't, I can't even put into words. And I did the best that I could. I was surprised by this movie quite a bit, and very pleasantly at that. So this is where Hollywood really needs to feel ashamed of itself, because this Norwegian no-name movie just came and kicked my ass.
Oh, and it did it. Here's the thing too, because this genre has pretty much played itself out. This found footage genre, right? I mean, the paranormal activity movies are really good, and they took it to a different level. But most of them, let's face it, stink because they don't do it right. And this movie, I didn't get motion sick once.
No.
The film didn't get caught up in the boring humans, and actually the humans weren't really boring.
That's right.
Even the film guys were kind of interesting, and you just got enough of them. They didn't dwell on any of them.
Yep.
And they showed you the effing trolls. You know what I mean? But they still didn't show too much so that you didn't lose the suspense, right? There's some pretty creepy moments in this part, like the bit where he kind of tells them all right before his troll part, like, wait here, I'm going to flush it out.
Yeah.
He goes in and he's gone for a long time, then you can kind of start to hear things.
Yep.
The little flashy lights that he uses, and it actually builds suspense. There's that whole sequence after it comes running out and they're all running. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yet it's also funny.
Yes. The armor that he put on to fight the troll on the bridge
I hate this crap. I wouldn't wear that suit to go on a bridge and have to lure out a troll.
Well, and just, his whole explanation of why he let the film crew follow him was just, it sounded kind of like you and I talking about our work on the way here.
That's right, yeah.
Like, it was no different, but...
And you know what I like too? I believed everything I was watching. I
That's
knew
right.
It was set up, but you learn how trolls work.
Yep.
How their gestation period for baby trolls is 10 to 15 years.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And the different kinds of them. And it is so believable that even though I knew I was watching a work of fiction, I was kind of buying into it.
Like, they come to across that old tire just covered by moss and stuff, and he's like, oh, he hasn't breached his barriers yet. I'm like, what? There's just an old tire in the bush covered in tree and moss and shit. And it just, well, how do you know? Well, it hasn't been chewed on.
Because they chew on rubber when they pass, because they have to.
Apparently.
And then he shows them a whole big shipping container full of them. Oh, he kicked here because he needed to get into the thing. I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
I buy it. I don't know who the actor was that played the troll hunter, man, but that guy deserves an award. He was awesome.
For sure.
He was believable. He had the hat, and it was... I had a big grin on my face the whole time I watched this movie. I watched it first last night, and I just couldn't stop smiling all the way through it. I enjoyed it. I thought, even to sit back and look at the scenery.
Yeah.
I got to go to Norway because that's a beautiful country.
For sure.
I can't. It's like Chromeskull. I will have to own this movie.
Yeah.
Because I could watch it repeatedly. It's not boring. It's
Someone got it for
2
me for
hours.
Christmas.
It goes by so quick. You got it for Christmas?
Yeah, sure did.
Oh, I bet. I want a Christmas one too now.
Okay.
Just so I can have it.
Okay.
It's it's an awesome flick. It pains me to say that Hollywood is remaking it. And
I didn't mean you should learn that way, Hollywood. Stop listening to my frickin' conversations.
Why do they have to do that? Why? This movie played in limited release in theaters. Why not release it in wide release? If you got to dub it. I prefer to watch the subtitle version myself.
Yep.
But it would sell, man. People would eat this movie up.
Yes.
More people need, and same with Chromeskull. Why make like 8 Saw movies? Why can't you just put Chromeskull out? That is one of the most kick-ass slasher flicks. It's better than most of the movies that have come out of mainstream Hollywood in the last 10 years.
I agree.
Another pair of goods.
Nice, yeah. These were some great movies, man. It's a good season opener.
It is a great season opener.
Next year, or next show, next week, we'll debate, I'm sure, over one of the movies.
What do we want? Oh, Bereavement and Stakeland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So, a song coming up.
Your song, my friend?
Shout out to my new found bandmates who are pretty rad guys.
Stars of Fiction.
Stars of Fiction. They love this band, Caius. I'm going to play 50 Million Year Trip. And that was Caius with 50 Million Year Trip, and that goes out to my bandmates at Stars of Fiction. And I hope our journey is equally as awesome as that.
I know
song
it's going to be,
just
bro.
sounded,
That's going to be awesome.
So yeah, that about wraps it up in the basement this week. Stay tuned next Friday for our reviews of Bereavement in Stakeland and our interview with filmmaker Ryan Shovey. And tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the X for The Power of Positive and talk spirituality with Pat.
Sure. Sounds good. It's better than the Boot Mail World Music Hour, which took me all year to figure out how to say that properly, and I still can't.
Did you ever listen to it?
Never once. Which I shouldn't have said that on the air, but big shout.
I listened to it once and agree.
Sure you did. Yeah. Big shout out to Mike S. out there in Twitterland for tweeting along, and to Brooke Lewis for keeping him company there for the last hour. We love you, lady. Sure. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Come join us on Facebook by looking for me, Jason Hewlett. I'm the guy with the film reviews from the Basement logo as a profile pic. Follow us on Twitter at Basement Reviews and check out our blog on Blogspot. Drop us an email at basementreviews@gmail.com. The podcast will be up on the Sunday as usual. Sunday night, actually.
Yep.
We're getting them out Sunday nights now. So, folks, until next week, we'll see you in the basement.
Basement.